The Outlaws came into week 8 blazing, and they would face a familiar foe, the Vipers.
Good, wrap them up,
And they had one thing on their mind. On the Outlaws' first drive, they would attack the Vipers.
Here we go again, folks.
Running at the Vipers with a stiff ball control offense. On the first drive, the Outlaws would chew up the clock and yards at a frenetic pace. The Outlaws would cap it off with an explosion by number 1, Jalen Moreland. The extra point would come up just short, and the Outlaws would take a 6-0 lead. After an excellent kick, the Outlaws would trap the Vipers in the shadow of their own goal line. But the Vipers will begin to move the ball, getting effective runs to push the ball out to midfield. But penalties and a stout Outlaw defense would eventually stall the Vipers out, lead to a 6-0 halftime Outlaw lead. With another blast by number 7 Dylan Moore, the Outlaws would again back the Vipers up. This time the Outlaw defense would try to keep the Vipers there, shutting down the Viper offense and forcing them into an early 4th down. With their backs against the wall, the Vipers would get a huge play. After a failed extra point, the score was tied 6-6. This would give the Vipers defense new life, as they would corral the Outlaws. Stopping them on 4th down and taking control of the ball and the game. The Viper offense would knock the Outlaw defense back on its heels. As precious time ticked away, the Outlaw defense found their backs against the wall. They needed a crucial stop on 4th and inches, and they would get it. The right side of the Outlaw defensive line would surge through. The Outlaws would take advantage through the air. And get another dazzling run by Jalen Moreland. And on the very next play, Cameron Hubbard would sneak into the end zone to give the Outlaws a 12-6 lead. After a great return to midfield and seconds remaining on the clock, the Vipers will pull out one last trick. Except for a great effort by number 28 Duke Smith, would stop the Vipers at the 5-yard line. With it being the last play in regulation, the Outlaws defense would need to come up with a stop to preserve the victory. And again, the right side of the line would stop the Vipers short. And the Outlaws would take a tough 12-6 victory.
Hey, let's on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3, Vipers!